Lord Paragon Perfection, the natural selection here. We gotta talk about a problem that has been plaguing Xenoverse 2 since the base game and all the DLCs started. From the very beginning all the way up to Future Saga Chapter 3, and I have to address it because no one else will. So we're gonna talk about this going on right here. And right now, I want you to look at something in the shop, right? The custom Super Soul Crisis is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. We have been on the same damn rotation of Super Souls again and again and again for what feels like the past 2 years. Like, we've not seen any of the rare Super Souls come back, but it's been the same damn rotation. I guarantee you right now. So we have Sohakai, we're tougher than we look, and die. I guarantee you next week is going to be the Champa version of this. It's going to be the Emperor P-Off Super Soul and probably a Turles or cooler Super Soul right here. And we're not even going to talk about what's up here because this never changes. This up here has not changed at all. Full power Super Saiyan 4, all that same thing since the base game. What are we doing? What is Dims and Bandai Namco doing that this never changes from all the DLCs? And what's more, and I think this is the bigger issue that no one really addresses, the custom Super Soul Crisis goes even further than the rotation ever changing. Because again, we don't see anything like I've not seen a bit of a dead ball, isn't it? The Gohan Super Soul, for example, right? I remember it showing up once in here and then never again. There's rare Super Souls that show up one time. And I understand trying to maintain something rare, but my God, one time and then never again it's unacceptable. I can understand 1 or 2 times a year, or one time every 6 months, right? But God, I rotate this up here. This is unacceptable. It's time to rotate this. But what's more is that a lot of these Super Souls are absolutely worthless in today's meta. In the Future Saga Chapter 3 2025 meta of Xenoverse 2, these Super Souls, the vast majority of them are utterly worthless. They don't even measure up on the Super Soul scale compared to the major Super Souls like Thank You Dragon Balls, your Topo Super Soul for damage, your Jiren Super Soul so you can start with max ki at the beginning with a damage boost. All these Super Souls pale in comparison. Like full power Super Saiyan 4, once only when revived, boost normal attacks by what, 10%? Isn't large like 10 or 15%? Worthless. It's worthless. No one's using this. Put some different perks on it. It's trash. Limit burst, ki auto recovery up with a stamina recovery speed down, right? Trash. Time to go all out. Goku Super Soul when health is below 25%. Trash. That's automatically, that requirement is trash. But look at the perks, the so-called perks. 5% boost to normal attacks and strike attacks. Only 5, and you have to get your ass beat to get that 5% upgrade. But oh wow, super Kamehameha attack up. Trash. That's utter trash. I'm an Earthling and a proud Saiyan. Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 Super Soul. When your health is below 25%, boost charge, keep up. Trash. That's what, 10 or 15%, which ultimately adds up to being what, 100 or 200 more on the attack damage side. Boost ki blast skills. Trash. That doesn't matter. That damage spike does not give me 50% more, at least 50% or double, especially for a charge ki blast. Give me double damage. Ki blast super skills. Give me at least 40% more damage. 50%. Like, what are we doing? This is trash. And that limit burst, oh, attack up, ki auto recovery, but your stamina recovery is down. Whatever. This is amazing. You're amazing. Who's trash? Nobody cares. That's not PvP. No one cares. Super elite, restore stamina by large, which is by 2 bars, and you have to have the hero pose escape move. Man, nobody using this. Ain't nobody use it, buddy. You know, you would use that for a gag video or something. Time to show you what how hard I've been training Krillins when using Scatter Kamehameha. Boost Scatter Kamehameha, no one cares. It boosted by what, 15? Well, actually that would be like 20%. Then the next X would be 25. And then the triple XL would be 30. You know, whatever. Trash. Honestly, it's trash. Units planet are good as space dust. When using Gallic Gun, you get an XL boost, and then every time you use Gallic Gun, you can stack up to 6 times, which I think that would equal up to about what, a 20 or 25% boost. Oh, actually, will equal up to a full 30, because if it's small, then that's definitely 5%, and it would stack up to about 30. Again, whatever, you know, you gotta do all that work literally spamming the technique, and you only get a 30% upgrade. That's trash. That's why you never see it. Think about it. You never see these Super Souls at all. And you know why? It's because they're trash. They don't really stand out. They're not unique anymore. They really weren't unique or useful when they were first coming out. Like when we were first playing the game, I remember they were never really that particularly useful, because when we got like health regen Super Souls, especially when Thank You Dragon Balls hit, forget about it. Like these Super Souls disappeared. I think the only Krillin Super Soul that gets used anymore is a lot of power is great, and that's the only one. When using After Image, temporarily boosts strike skills by what, 15%. Nobody's gonna use that. I'm looking at all these, and except for these bottom ones, like Goku, when using the ultimate attack while health is below 25, temporarily doubles the strength of all attacks. And I think they only mean that for Goku's last ditch effort one-handed angry Kamehameha. That's like the parallel to Frieza's one-handed blast, Emperor's whatever. You know, and nobody uses either one of those. I'm just looking at a lot of these, and I remember there was another Goku Super Saiyan 4 Super Soul. You go through, I was just sitting here thinking about all this. The game would be in a way better state if you actually went through all these Super Souls and just touched on them and buffed them. I actually thought about what the meta needs. That way you guys don't have to, you should be constantly making new Super Souls with new effects and new perks and new whatever. But until then, if you really wanted to refresh this game, really reheat and refresh this game, come in and buff these Super Souls. I'm nothing like my brother, always boost charge Ki Blast by what, 15%. Nobody cares. That's the only perk to that. That's the only perk. That's it. I've come back from the dead trash. The real hell begins here. Weakens all, so it debuffs you by 15%. But when a charge Ki Blast hits, it slows down the opponent and poisons them. That's trash. So you're gonna be weaker than what you're supposed to be, and your damage is gonna feel like trash. Because it's weird in this game, when you get a damage buff, it really feels like nothing. But when you get a damage reduction, for example, when you use DBS Android 17 Super Soul, and you really notice the damage down, the damage debuffs. But if you get a damage upgrade, it just feels like nothing. It might as well not even be there. A monster, no, I'm a devil. Buff this. Look at this. Reduces damage taken from strike skills. Small. That's 5%. And then the only thing you get really is restore all ki as the battle begins. So full bar of ki. All your bars lit up. That doesn't matter. There's so many Super Souls to have that perk on it. And honestly, the second perk is what matters, or rather the first perk. And honestly, for it being Broly, you should have had like a defensive Super Soul for this. So basically a 20% upgrade on all your defenses. So that means you resist Ki Blast damage, hand-to-hand combat damage, strike super damage, all that. You're resistant to it by 25 to 30%. It would actually fit Broly. And then I don't know, maybe I would make it a Broly exclusive Super Soul. so that nobody can cheese it and only he has access to it. My ki is building, overflowing, reduces stamina recovery speed. Excel. But when your ki is maxed out, whenever you have anything, when your stamina is maxed out, when your ki is maxed, it's trash. You are not in an actual fight. You are not going to have that maxed out. Hell, in PvE, you are not going to have that maxed out. That's so dumb to me. Like, at least make it to where as long as you have above 200 ki or 200 stamina, you get the perk. Nah, you make it to where you have to have it maxed out. That is, no, change that. Reduces damage taken from all attacks by XL amount. So that's close to what should happen, but the fact you have to have ki maxed out instead of ki above a certain point, that would majorly change that Super Soul and actually make it good. You don't see I'm neither Kami nor Piccolo unless people are trying to cheese it. So you might see it if someone's running that annoying Piccolo Super Soul with evil flight strike and they try to run this. Oh yeah, you might see it then, but again, it's probably a forgotten about Super Soul. I can easily regenerate this once, only when health is below 25%. Temporarily activates health auto recovery. Nobody uses this. The fact you gotta be on your last health bar to use it, nah, nobody uses it. So, this is actual trash. I am Super Vegeta, trash. A power bias transformation. When using an awoken skill, boosts normal attacks by L, trash. Reduces damage taken from all attacks, L, trash. Slows movement speed by 5% and for disabling guarding. Those are the perks you get in exchange for not having the ability to guard. Trash. Absolute trash. This fight is truly pointless. When battle begins, reduces strength of all attacks, small. Reduces movement speed, small. Once, only when the ally get trash. I don't even want to read the rest of that. Trash. 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 What a handy miscalculation. Activates ki auto recovery. Once, only when the health is below 50%. Boosts ki blast skills by 5%. Trash. Like, what is with it? Like these, like small damage increases. Like, come on. That's embarrassing. You see what I mean? And it keeps on going like this. I'm really trying to get to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Super Soul, because I think that was like the most egregious example of a Super Soul just being completely and utterly worthless. Look at getting beat up makes me cranky. You'll, like, once in a blue moon, literally, you'll see someone trying to run this, maybe for a video or something, but getting beat up makes me cranky is worthless. Activates ki auto recovery. That's not even noticeable. It's worse than what Earthlings get when they try to recover their ki. That's supposed to be like their native passive, and it's worse than that. You're not using that. I'll use all my strength to kill you. Trash. Activates ki auto recovery. When ki is maxed out. What did I tell you? Trash. When stamina is maxed out. Trash. None of those matter. And look at that. Medium. Medium. Nobody's using that. Nobody's using that for L. That's trash. All this. Oh, here we go. Full power Super Saiyan 4. Trash. One finger is enough for you. Trash. When a charge ki blast hits, reduce the opponent. Trash. Really, honestly. When using an ultimate attack, temporarily boost strength of ki blast skills by 5%. Trash. I get that not everyone is going to be a 5-tier Super Soul, right? Not everyone is going to be a 5-star, but like you got to have some common sense and go back in your game and buff the old Super Soul. Someone satisfy me. When a heavy smash hits, temporarily boost the strength of all attacks. XL. Trash. Why is it trash? Because you got to charge up a heavy strike for a mediocre perk that only lasts like 10 seconds? Maybe 10 seconds? 5-10 seconds? That's not even enough time for you to knock them down and throw out the ultimate attack or throw out the super attack and actually get some damage off of it. Time to go all out. You gotta wait to get your ass kicked down to the last bar of health. and then you get a 5% boost. Trash. Like, you see what I mean? All these are basically worthless. Where's the super? I know there's supposed to be a Super Saiyan 4 Goku Super Soul. Like let's make this the ultimate final battle. That's the one I'm thinking of. Actually, no, we can go over here. Now that I think about it, we can go over here and look at it, because it's actually like worthless. Worthless. Who did they think was going to use that kind of trash? Go over here. I want you guys to know, this is what could easily, I won't say save Xenoverse 2, because it's doing fine, but they're content with doing just better than Sparking Zero instead of going for the ultimate crown of being the top Dragon Ball game, which technically it is, but the mobile games are competing too well with it. That's my problem. All right, let's go over here. Let's make this the ultimate final battle. A bit of time after the battle begins, boost the strength of all allies and your attacks by 30%, and then it boosts the enemy. But you got to go through all that waiting, and honestly 30% is not really noticeable. That's like, honestly, that's like having potential unleash cut on a cast character, which Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's not even really that strong. Like, attack wise, damage wise, the only thing about him is this. That's it. You'll just see people trying to do the old thank you Dragon Balls, spam the Super God Fist All match, and when you beat the crap out of them, they try to use thank you Dragon Balls, and then they still lose and they rage quit. But the fact of the matter is, all these Super Souls are pretty much trash. That's why I didn't even bother unlocking most of these other ones, because like, they're trash. All of them trash. The play of the Super Soul system is to unlock a new gameplay type, new perks, a new way you play the game and approach your character to make them feel strong and unique. And the fact that Xenoverse 2 has failed to do that month to month, year to year, is really just sad. Future Saga Chapter 3 should have changed a lot about this game, and it didn't. No new custom partners, no new custom keys, no new no new Super Souls, because you got 2 and they do a lot of the things that we already see that's going on in Xenoverse 2. But more importantly, you don't take the opportunity to go in, buff the Super Souls that you have laying around, and make it feel like a fresh game, a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh wow, here we go, brand new Super Souls. I get to try them all. I get to see all out of all these hundreds of Super Souls. I get to go in and play with them all over again and re-experience the game. That's the point of going in and buffing all those Super Souls, is to make it feel like a fresh, brand new game. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Of course, it's been your Lord Paragon Perfection, the natural selection. Hit that subscribe button, enable all notifications. Flawless Federation, we out.